the case that I make for constitutional review is that because of the permissiveness of the Constitution and because of the gaps that have been left, the defects that have been left, that have been resolved or will inevitably be resolved through political logic, the kinds of governance problems we have begun to encounter since the Fourth Republic and that are beginning to take root and endure and become part of our political culture will not be resolved through judicial review. In fact, some of them do not even lend themselves to the kind the kind of stuff you can take to court. And if you took it to court, some judge would actually look at it and say, this is a political question. We don't resolve these things through litigation. Right? Some of them, many of them don't lend themselves to litigation. And even where they do, there's no guarantee that they'll be resolved in a manner that is favorable to good governance. And of course, conventions are very difficult to develop when you don't have a certain minimal consensus between the political class, and especially even with the electorate. We also don't have to forget that when you have a permissive constitution like ours, it puts a lot of strain and burden on the public. You have to have a very activist public that pushes the political class to do the right thing. But do we have that kind of a public? Do we have that kind of a civil society that can organize behind certain agendas and say, look, in the best interest of the country, this has to be done this way. We know that you guys do tit for tat, but that doesn't inure to the benefit of the country. Do it this way. Do we have that kind of a public? Do we have that kind of a civil society? And I think that the answer, again, to those questions is a no. And that leaves me with no other option but to support constitutional review. We can talk about what kind of constitutional review, whether or not the Constitutional Review Committee's recommendations are the right kinds of recommendations, but at least I think that what I've tried to do in my very long introductory remarks is really to make the case for why constitutional review is, in my view, not just desirable, but necessary.